Making sure before y'all say something about the delay. Welcome to episode 177 of the Dumb Marks podcast. Sting, Stang, Stung. This is pretty much your study hall edition of Dumb Marks podcast. We just want to shoot the shit today. How are you guys doing?
So this could be the recurring theme every time that you start out.
I'm gonna let you know. Huh? Now we're laughing.
Good old camera assistant. Let's go.
That's your Booker T moment. that's the Sid Vision. No, run it back. Sid, we're live. We can't. I'm good, man. I'm good. Busy week. Busy week. I secured some tickets to see Liverpool come when they come to Philly at the end of July. We're taking me and my cousins, taking my uncle because that's his favorite team. So it'll be the five of us on a nice little middle of the week guys trip to Philly to go watch Liverpool come in town.
Unfortunately in Philly, but
I think it's a dry run for the World Cup, honestly.
Okay.
Like
Probably.
based on ticket prices and everything, like trying to see, where they can slide the scale. Obviously, World Cup would be a little bit higher because it's the World Cup. But I was on like 5 different sites. Finally, I found one that didn't include any fees. Ticket was somewhat expensive, but it's worth the experience.
Worth it.
Taking my own, So we've never done anything like this. I'm getting older. My uncle's getting older. My cousins younger than me are getting older. So be a nice little road trip across the state. Taquan already got something smart to say.
How do you flex?
Well, here's the deal, Taquan. I'm kind of pissed. I'm kind of pissed because I bought they dropped on Tuesday. We got tickets Tuesday, right? Yesterday, guess what city WWE's gonna do SummerSlam in? Cleveland, 2 hours away. Guess what the date is? August 3rd. When's the Liverpool game? July 31st. Like I can't swing back to back. I don't have that in my pocket. Unless we sell a bunch of merch between now and Monday that I can just load up on merch sales and be able to go do both. So
you're already on the road. You might as well just keep on bypassing home.
Just keep on driving.
there you go. Drop everybody off, beep at the wife, and then
my kids.
Right back up the turnpike. Come down the turnpike from Philly, Pittsburgh, and go to Cleveland.
We know people that live in Cleveland, so we don't need a hotel. We'll just stay with them.
Yeah, it's just the ticket price, and probably the WrestleMania tickets probably or the SummerSlam tickets going to be way more than the freaking Liverpool game. I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah, we'll see what the ticket prices is whenever the SummerSlam stuff goes on sale.
Do they still do a SummerSlam show for NXT?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the last I saw they're pairing one with Money in the Bank this year in July. So I don't know if they're definitely going to do one for SummerSlam yet.
Okay. So it might be before or after. Maybe special.
But I got nice little, like I said, little midweek day trip. Drive out there Wednesday, spend the night, and then probably just come right back on Thursday. Even though I'll take off work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just to have a nice long weekend. But that's exciting. So something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of training puppies, so if you hear the yelp in the background.
Whoa. This dude went from never taking care of an animal in his life to having an adult dog. And now you got puppies?
And 2 fish.
Caesar Malone over
there? Any tips or tricks could seriously help? Because this dude's
Jason
about
Albino, what are you doing?
Hey, when you see a dog in the crossface crippler on
don't do that.
online, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you're done.
We don't need Peter coming in after the show. Okay.
Yeah. How old's the puppy?
They were born in December.
Okay.
Early December.
Hey, you got to get the house training. You got to get it done right.
Yeah. And
So
it's a struggle, man.
whether you put the little bell on the door, whatever, but every hour, go over.
Every hour ain't working. My man's like, nah, man. How about every 15 minutes?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're probably looking at 20 minutes to half an hour.
Yeah. So
But go over, hit that bell, take him out, let him do his thing, him or her do their thing, bring them back in, and then just keep repeating it. Try to get them house trained as quickly as
like
possible.
you know how it feels to put on pants every time you leave the house, every half an hour, like
Well, you just walking around
in my drawers. Yes.
bare bone from the waist down.
I ain't commando, Steve. I'm not commando.
Swing-a-ling-a-linging. What are
I'm
you
sitting
doing?
there like, pants on him. My comfort zone, man.
It's getting warmer already, so you won't have to put on pants.
I'll be out there
on Monday.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like 70 on tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'll be out there in hoochie daddy shorts, walking dogs, man. Eyes and all.
Well, I mean, honestly, like you still got the older dog there, right?
Yeah, he's
So
good.
like, it's kind of, don't fall in line. Watch what they do. You could, I mean, if you were real good, you'd have the older dog train the younger dog, but you ain't there yet.
No, I'm not. No. Look, watch your little brother for like a good half an hour. I'm going.
You ain't getting no sleep. Man that loves sleep got a puppy. That's worse than having a newborn.
That officially swore off kids right there, dude. No.
Who thought this was a good idea? Was it you or was it your family?
Well, it was me because we had puppies. So I was like, I'll take one.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this means while you're hosting the show, you're gonna have to hop off every 15 minutes to go let the dog out.
Nah. I'll deal
He got something.
I'll deal with those repercussions.
I'm about to say, you got something Jimmy rigged up.
You got the baby cages going in the kitchen so you can't leave.
Damn.
Jeez,
Everybody's just trying to get this show canceled.
yeah, I'm not moving right past that. Did you name the puppy yet?
No, my niece named him Salas, but I'm not calling him Salas.
Silas Young.
I'm not calling him.
The realest man of Ring of Honor.
One of your favorite wrestlers.
Me and Jason are both there on that one.
Every other dog got cool names. They named this one Salas. I'm like, nah, let me. I'm like, Gavin, you want to pick a name for the dog? He was like, his name is Salas. I'm like, no, it's not. No.
Everybody can name it already. It's done.
That dog ain't gonna know what to do.
I ain't called him Salas yet, man. I was
They
just like, hey.
call him one thing. Everybody else in the family's gonna call him Salas. He's not gonna know what to do.
Is that all you've been doing? Hey.
Yo, Dunmark's Paul. What should I name it for?
Go.
There you go.
Sumo.
Yeah. That.
Sumo.
As long as you hear me.
Fun times.
All right, what you got, hostess with the mostest? I see you got your iconic shirt on. No surprise from them in Perth, Australia, but
no, which I'm surprised.
We'll
start out. Did a little on this day last week, so I will continue that trend. 1 year or 10 years.
Picking up other people's classwork.
No, I was the first one to do on this day. And y'all shit on it in the game segment.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. On this day, 10 years ago, or earlier this week, the network debuted. Good, bad. How's that changed your viewership for wrestling?
Man, I miss the original network. I mean, not all like the bugs and issues, but the original network as it was, I miss it.
Yeah. So much better than Peacock.
And do you see anybody doing like their own, like the network was, and not paired with a big
network?
Big network, yeah.
I mean, TNA's still doing their own thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's where you get the money at.
Mm-hmm.
You sell off the license.
Like, yeah. If they could get somebody like, if they got to keep their TV deal with Access, do the content somewhere else and make some money off of it.
I guess my biggest question around this whole thing, and we'll see with WWE as they transition over to Netflix starting the beginning of next year.
Mm-hmm.
But when it first started, it was the go-to place for all WWE content, right?
Yes.
Everything, the history, the annals, everything. Then they kept adding stuff in, territory, etc. Then ECW came in, WCW, right? So like, it was a one-stop shop for literally your entire wrestling history, right? Then they moved over to Peacock, and there was a lot of stuff that got scrubbed. There was stuff that got left off. There was stuff that was never added in. It's like, okay, well, what are you doing with all that footage now? When they move over to Netflix, what all is going to transpire and carry over to Netflix?
No.
Like,
Hopefully they get it all back.
you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like they've lost stuff throughout the years as they've moved and transitioned and partnered with different streaming platforms, obviously for monetary reasons, right? Which makes sense. But at the same time, if you're a historian of WWE or the WWF or whatever, you know, all the stuff that they had in their catalog initially, you know, like I miss going in and watching the old Legends of Wrestling. You remember the Legends of Wrestling?
Legends of Wrestling was a great show.
Around like that type of stuff. It's not there no more that you can just go back and watch and listen to those guys.
Well, that's not on there. The Table of Three and all that.
Table of Three, but like you don't get all that original stuff that was there when the network started.
See, I haven't been in Peacock's library at all. I'm logging on for pay-per-views and that's it. Like once they switched over, I'm like, yeah, I'm not searching through this interface.
I mean, it's nowhere near the depth that the network was, and obviously the network rotated stuff in and out, which makes sense.
The network put out so many documentaries too, and it's like, and that has really slowed down. Like WWE used to put out like really good documentaries, DVD and on the network.
And then they had that live what's streaming now, where I caught stuff I never would have watched just because it was on at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some definite drawbacks. I mean, $5 billion is a hard pill to turn down. As The Rock said in his 21-minute, 40-second promo yesterday online. I watched every minute of it. I just don't. I feel like as we move forward, we'll lose more and more. Like, look at UFC with ESPN Plus. Like, it's basically the way to go in and buy pay-per-views. Like, can you go back and watch the original UFC events? You know what I mean? Like, stuff just keeps dropping where I feel like you're losing from a content standpoint and a history standpoint. You're losing more by partnering up. But at the same time,
they're good for pulling stuff just monthly. So I will say, without the network, I'd have missed a whole lot of pay-per-views.
Oh yeah,
that's a big thing too. Because there's no way I'm paying $50 for a wrestling event anymore.
No,
not at all.
I mean, I paid $20 for Peacock for the year this year. You know,
we'll see what changes with We'll see what changes with Netflix if they're going to switch over to a tiered pay-per-view system. Netflix is about to raise prices again, obviously, because they just paid WWE $5 billion. So, like, my wife has already wanted to cancel Netflix. I've been fighting to keep Netflix on, based on. No, I gotta wait till Cobra Kai comes out.
Cobra Kai's over. You did that too.
Yeah. And then it was like, all right, well, Cobra Kai drop. I'm gonna cancel this shit. And then it was like, oh, WWE's joining, and that's where you're gonna be able to watch Raw. And it's like, well, okay. So Raw, it's
still
they ain't getting me.
It still could get canceled.
Yeah, they kicked me off last month. They ain't getting me back.
Like I said, I just need it for Cobra Kai and Stranger Things.
But it was a game changer.
Yeah,
where you look at where we're at now, and when they did it, they were. I mean, much like WrestleMania at the time, it was, yo, you are crazy. What do you mean you're going to do this huge pay-per-view once a year, blah, blah. And WrestleMania took off. And at the time, it was the network, and it's like, well, you mean you're going to be streaming your own your own stuff, and people are going to pay you to go there? And it was like, yeah, right. It's literally what everybody does nowadays. So I mean, the forethought and the vision to do something at the time like that was obviously innovative, and reading the tea and forecasting to see where things were shifting and going. I think WWE does a good job business sense wise of that, to be ahead of the curve with a lot of things. I don't know where else you go from here. Like at some point the money's going to run out. I don't think they're like, when this Netflix deal was up, and granted they can extend it to where it turns into like a 20-year deal, but like you got $5 billion now. What do you in 20 years? What's that going to be? 25 billion? Like,
Yeah.
how, like, so what? People are going to be paying $110 a month for their Netflix subscription?
Either that, or
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Either that, or they'll just revert back to their old network. Like, hey, we don't need the money. We can do it our own.
And I mean, it's smart because the U.S. it's Netflix, but everywhere else it's still going to be, or everywhere else it's
Netflix. U.S. is still divvied up.
Yeah.
U.S. is Peacock for until the Peacock deal
Till
runs out.
26.
So you're double dipping now. You're getting both.
Yeah.
Both hands in the
Both
cookie.
sides.
Hands in everybody's pockets.
And that's what they're good for too. They do it all the time.
But it's like you have UFC and WWE under one umbrella now. You know, you could eventually revert back to your own network and cut out the middleman. You know, bring all the money to you. Yeah, you're going to pay employees, or you can offshoot it to another company to run it for you. But you know,
I think the ROI on that is significantly less than licensing it out and putting it and housing it somewhere else.
Which is why we've seen a lot of the original content gone.
Right. And then when you move over to Netflix, Peacock, it was like, oh, it's a subscription network it's paying, but because it was, I guess, NBC Universal, right? They edited a ton of stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, to where you can't even watch certain things anymore. Well, Netflix going to be different to where you're getting all that unedited content back, or are they just picking up and moving, from the left pocket to the right pocket? That's all they're doing.
You just get the Peacock content, like everything. Yeah.
So it's like, even like whenever I see TNA post like videos, even like on YouTube of the free stuff, like it always has that like black commercial break, for like a second or two, like from whenever they have stuff like on Pluto or on their network, and there's like an ad break or something. It's like, and there's so much, I get that on Peacock all the time. Like, is that how the videos are going to be even on Netflix, or do they have a secondary copy of it saved too, where it's completely unedited?
For early scuttlebutt, big word there, Raw's going to be commercial free on Netflix.
I saw that rumor.
3 straight hours of Raw every single Monday.
I'm going to have to plan my bathroom breaks. I run to the fridge. Like, I'm not sitting down straight for 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll work. And,
they'll probably play some of their stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like live shows,
When the switch, because so many people have fallen off in Netflix due to their price hikes. What's like, how are you going to gauge viewership? How are you going to know whether or not Netflix is getting a return on their $5 billion investment? Like, they're going to have to supplement ads in somewhere to gain revenue back. But if your subscription numbers don't increase, then all your marketers,
it's a point. Yeah, you're losing money.
Go, well, wait, it's not like you're adding extra households for me to watch.
I think as long as something's in Netflix top 10, that's all they care about during the week.
No, they put ads. You think they put ads in like the rewatches? Like, give it to you live, unedited, free, and then throw ads in when you go to like the restream or replay it.
Maybe potentially.
I did see this week was TKO Group's conference call, like for last quarter. They said they still don't have a plan yet for whenever the USA contract expires. So there's 3 months of. They said if we don't have somebody, if we can't extend the deal with USA or get somebody else, they go, that's one whole quarter of lost revenue for us.
Yeah. Now, Chris, you still on those?
Yeah.
You still on them, so you can listen in.
Because it's a public company, anybody can listen to it.
No.
I'm not an investor anymore.
Okay. All right.
Those 3 shares you initially bought would have went through the roof, man.
Got rid of those even before they became TKO. I sold off all my shares a while ago.
We'll be on the field, man. We'll be on the field at SummerSlam.
All right, let's get to the in ring. The Mount Rushmores and the trademark, soon to be renamed.
Yeah, because
known as Jabroni of the Week.
because Dwayne now owns everything entitled to The Rock. We can no longer call our Roni portion of the show the Roni portion of the show. Not that Dwayne would slap us with a C&D, but you never know. This podcast could blow up at some point in time. We can, have it to where we're getting C&D, but we've seen people get C&D for less.
You can call them bronies.
So look, let's take this. Let's take this. We're going to take fan suggestions on this, okay, as well. We're going to put out there on all our social medias. What should we now name the Roni segment of the show each week? Because we have our Mount Rushmore. That's not going anywhere. Still could do that. But we need, something else that signifies the mush of the week. And maybe it's the mush of the week. I said the catering segment of the week because, it's that bad it should be in catering. But we'll leave it out there. We'll throw it out to you guys. So hit us up in the chat right now.
We'll see your opinions.
Media. We'll put it out there. We'll take some audience participation here and see what we can do as far as renaming that portion of the show each and every single week moving forward.
So you want to start with the highs or the lows?
Let's get the lows out the way.
Lows out the way.
Yeah, right. I want to swing on my Saturday on the up end of positivity. Okay.
Okay.
With the lows out the way.
Are we swinging?
Look, if I'm swinging like this, I'm gonna be like John Cena and sign up on another platform.
In the wrong profession.
Yeah. I mean, there is a market for chubby guys, so we'll see.
I think I had a lot. I think I had a lot this week. I had like at least maybe 3.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Run them out there. What's your ABC?
I'm gonna go with the censoring of. I hope it wasn't the Die Rocky Die poster.
It was.
It was.
Was it okay?
Even though I've seen it, like you've seen it a couple times. Like, what did we censor it? You just killed the whole segment.
Yeah. If you live under a rock, you are watching SmackDown.
40
you got
minutes.
more blackouts than a fraternity party on a Saturday night. It was unbelievable. There was every 5 seconds the screen went black.
At least still play the audio. Find something to.
Is it something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought my internet was going bad. I'm like, hold up, what's going on here?
Yeah. Every time I see black, I think
it was fine on there. So
yeah.
They didn't censor anything on YouTube. No, just on YouTube. Like I watched the segment on YouTube afterwards.
Oh, okay.
No, it was fine.
Like, it's fine.
Okay,
on TV. I was gonna say watching it on YouTube TV live.
Oh yeah, YouTube TV live was blacking out everything.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear nothing, couldn't see nothing. It was like, damn, what the hell is going on?
That'll be the nice thing whenever WWE gets off of Fox.
Yeah, and that was that was annoying because it was a 40-minute segment.
40, yeah.
With the commercial breaks. Yeah.
That was extremely too long.
They could have cut that. Definitely could have had a match.
And what to say? Just take this tag team match and I acknowledge you. That was it.
10 minutes was entrances.
Romans is 5 or 6.
Yeah. They went to break and did the
after commercial break.
Come on. Like,
that segment was almost jabroni, but it had moments in it.
It was a lot better than his previous one.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Better than what? The 21-minute IG post?
No, the one that's about Cody. Like that one was the one that was our jabroni a couple weeks ago.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right, so you had that.
I gotta throw in the fans booing Maxine live.
wait, pause.
You're-
No. Let's get in. All right, pause. Let's get into this. Because
you can. Okay, go ahead.
I saw a lot of back and forth on this,
Mhm.
right? And a lot of people weighed in on it, and there is an actual debate to be had here
Mhm.
with this. Okay, so I don't. It was at a house show. She
I
got
believe so.
she got booed, and some people were saying that she's not good at wrestling and some other things. And the clip got circulated, and the wrestlers jumped on and defended her, and everything else, attacking the fans and all this. If if I'm paying money to go watch something,
Mhm.
regardless of entertainment segment, minus going to like a theatrical play where the norm is not to cheer, boo, and everything, right?
Mhm.
Like you have certain protocols at certain events. Yes,
Yeah.
the little golf clap, right? Like golf as an example. But if I'm paying my money to go to an event where booing, cheering, shouting, saying stuff, praise, or not so much praise.
Mhm.
If I don't like something, then I have the right to boo.
I mean, you got the right to boo, but like,
I got a right.
I think the guy they caught talking was worse for me. The you suck and shit. Like you know why she's there.
Bro, go
Scared
to
to be
any
Maxine Dupree.
sporting event and listen to what people were saying to the players on the field.
Braun get you kicked out. Braun
I mean,
talk.
Kevin Durant got called a bitch walking out of the locker room and got into a fan's face.
And he'll talk. And guess what? They're probably going for the rest of the game.
Might be for the rest of the year. Banned from the arena.
They're good for tossing fans for that.
But I mean, okay, then,
I get critiquing, but like why you know she's called up just to be Maxine Dupree. You know what you're getting when she steps in the ring.
Well,
Wasn't this the old way that they judge things? On your fan interaction with stuff. Like if the fans didn't, were booing or
fans
whatever.
didn't rock with you, we're gonna bury you on the roster and not put you out there. Look, she's green. Obviously.
But she's over as a character.
Character-wise, yes, and part of Alpha Academy, yes, that's great. But if she's going to be on the main roster, she doesn't have time to be at the PC 5 days a week working on her craft. She got to do it on house shows. That's what people did up until the PC was invented.
Yeah.
So maybe she's not as good as she should be right now. Okay. Well, I doubt they're putting her out there for 20-minute matches on house shows. Like, let her get her work in, and if you want to boo, great. If you want to cheer, great. If you say she sucks and she shouldn't be wrestling, okay, you say she sucks and shouldn't be wrestling. No. But to make it into this big viral moment to garner support from your fellow wrestlers and talk about how, well, you can't say nothing, you get tired lacing up your shoes, fatty. Like, okay, cool. Like, you have the right to say that back to me. So let her say it back. Like, boo me, great, okay. Let me see you get out there, walk up the steps, and actually bend over to get into the ring.
I've never had a problem with Maxine because I know she's trying to put in the work. It's like, yeah, is she the greatest in the ring? No, I know that. But I can at least see that she's trying.
I'm not even leaving it on her. I'm talking just as the situation pertains in general.
Mm.
Where it's fans booing and saying stuff to wrestlers and wrestlers getting offended that fans are saying negative things to them, and then they gotta say stuff back to the fans and team up like Captain Planet and combine all their powers to bury the fans.
But it's wrestling fans. There's a point where it's crossing the line.
Yeah.
Did anything he say in that video actually cross the line?
Not really. No.
Okay, so then this is much ado about nothing in this situation. Like, I feel like we've gotten so on the extreme end of things to where, like, heaven forbid you say something negative about somebody.
It's a social media age, man.
Like,
it's that generation.
Yep.
It is.
Okay, and then all right, so she's garnering boos right now. Great. Guess who made a career out of garnering boos for not being able to wrestle?
Oh,
All red everything. She was in WWE for how long and made how much money because people booed her for not being able to wrestle? Go ahead, keep booing me. I'll go out there, boo me all you want. I'm gonna keep cashing these checks every single week. Turn it into a bit. Be creative with it.
Who got let go though?
You got hired back.
who needs to come back again? All red everything.
Hey, it is what it is. It doesn't matter to me. Because remember, I said I was taking this WrestleMania season that if it's not on TV, I don't believe it. So it wasn't on TV. So it never happened to me.
On the road.
On the road.
Eyes on the road.
Yeah, I feel like that was just way overblown on both sides.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not giving the fan carte blanche to say anything just because they paid for a ticket. Like, there is a line where you cross, regardless of if you paid or not. But in that situation, there was nothing there to justify it being blown up into the situation that it became because fans were booing her for having a bad. Maybe she just had an off night. Like, I've seen Maxine in the ring and she's looked really good at times, and other times it's like, okay, she's still learning. Well, that's fine. She's not in developmental to do it all the time. Kudos for her for showing something that they want on the main roster right now. Like, she was a what? She was a former. Was she a gymnast?
Cheerleader, I believe. I don't know.
Well, she's doing something that's completely out of her craft.
Yeah.
You know, something completely new.
But I mean, she has. It's not like she doesn't have any athletic ability.
I like her response. She's just posting back in the gym. That's it. Like, I don't think she's not the one that blew this up.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
So she's like, back in the gym on my grind.
I had an off night. It is what it is. I got booed. Okay, cool. I'll take it and I'll apply myself and get better. And then I'll come out and you boo me next time. I'll tell you, stick it up your ass.
Like, the fans will love it. The fans will love it. Oh, yeah. Now how wrestling fans are.
Fickle.
They sit there and laugh like, yeah.
I'll just keep it at those two. I feel my other one might come around. So
okay, all right. My jabroni is, and I'm not even going to save it until we break down the Revolution pay-per-view. But Tony Khan canceling the Meat Madness match, only to announce this bullshit scramble with the 3 people that were announced for the Meat Madness match, and he canceled the Meat Madness match due to people being injured and not able to work. And then it comes out, well, the 2 people that he was referencing was Miro and Keith Lee. Well, Tony Khan's never said that. And what, you're going to announce Miro and Keith Lee 4 days before the pay-per-view for the match? That's another reason to be added to the list if you're going to wait that long.
I love Miro's response because this was mine too. And Miro was like, I've been injured since September. Sorry he didn't know that I wasn't available.
But it's like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing?
why not just go with the 3?
Yeah.
Well, you have a couple. You don't need to have Keith Lee and Miro.
I said on the show last week, the only 2 other people, I wasn't even thinking about Keith Lee because I knew he's been out dealing with health issues. Like, he wasn't even in my mind. But I said last week on the show, all I want to see is Miro and Shane Taylor added to this. Well, if Miro's out, cool. You add in Shane Taylor, you got 4 big meaty men out there slapping meat.
Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, just do that.
Now you got this bullshit scramble, and well, it's a chance to get a title shot with the world champ.
And there you go.
And
of course, Jericho's in it.
So this
we'll
is how,
Cage, but not the other guys.
This is how Wardlow gets his title shot. He wins this bullshit scramble.
That's what I was leaning on too.
And then my other one, and it wasn't. I left it. I didn't select it as my jabroni, but I had it up there just because I wish they would have dragged it out a little bit longer. The Dakota Kai turn last night on Bailey.
Yeah,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the turn. I'm mad at the timing of the turn. You could have went. You still have all of March. You still have all of March. Why not build it up for a couple more weeks and then drop it on her like 2 weeks before the show? Because now it's going to be lost in the sauce where I still got 5 weeks until Mania. What other obstacle are you going to put in front of Bailey to make her overcome at Mania?
I'm going to throw it back here. She did that Sid Justice turn on Hogan. She jumped off that apron so quick, just like Sid did whenever Hogan was trying to tag him in.
With her history in Shotzi, did y'all cringe when she dropped down?
Yes. Every time somebody jumps off the apron now, I'm just like, oh no.
Mm-hmm. That's like Steve with like
job to jump
with Spanish flies. I'm like, I can't watch.
Yeah. Anytime Sammy Vergara goes up to the top rope or a ladder, I immediately drop my head. Like,
now what Damage Control is going to beat up on Bailey for the next
5 weeks? And you ain't got Sasha to come in to be her backup to get a pop back. So literally, it's one against.
Who does she have?
I'm still holding out hope.
March 13th.
Time you get Bruce Springsteen to show up. I don't know.
Yes. Nothing. Again, nothing's on TV yet, so.
Well, that was on TV last night. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like it for the story to make Bailey even a bigger babyface and have her overcome the odds even more. But you could have dragged it out. Like, I feel like they just did it to do it, and it lost a little bit of meaning. So that's a nitpick one.
And for me, Dakota not being in their group is better than her being excited with them, with EO and all of them right now. It's like,
it's like, okay, granted, I may come Mania, I may love Dakota Kai with them, but it's very true, Taquan.
Or maybe you do. I mean, Tony, we never know what the fuck Tony's doing.
Yeah. The other one that I had. How do you have a go home show for your pay-per-view on Revolution on Wednesday night Dynamite, and there's not a single thing mentioned about your women's world title match? Instead, they aired a little thing last night in the countdown to Revolution about it.
Because technically tonight's the go home show.
After Rampage. So it wasn't on Dynamite, it wasn't on Rampage, it was on the countdown to after Rampage.
Are they going to put on Collision?
Collision tonight.
That makes zero sense.
Have them show up and never even been on the show.
Is Collision live tonight or is it taped?
I don't know.
Yeah, like, come on, dude.
Yeah. When Excalibur was going through the card on Wednesday, I was so confused because it was like Revolution match, Rampage. Oh, we're going back to Revolution, Collision. We're going back to Revolution. Yeah. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. If ADD was a segment.
Man. Yeah, we lost there for a second. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
But yeah, that's my other thing. Not good. So those are my three, but my biggest one is him with the meat madness. I
think it's up to you, Dawn. Chris is gonna run through his to the predictions.
No, mine was the meat madness thing.
Oh, yours is the meat madness? Oh, okay. Yeah. Meat madness too.
Oh. My Roni is outside of wrestling, but it's all the gaming layoffs that came through the industry this whole week through video games. So ridiculous amounts. Ever since the beginning of the year, there was 8,100 layoffs between 40 studios. And the biggest of them was Microsoft last week at 1,900 layoffs. And then this week, EA came out and said 670 people were laid off, and Sony had 900 people laid off. And the biggest reasons were because of the video game live service that they're making games for. So like the Suicide Squad game and all that stuff, people are not buying them. People are not playing them enough to grind for the DLC and all like the the monetary stuff that they're losing money on all this stuff.
$1,200 on a video game whenever
Exactly.
I gotta buy all these extra skins and characters and weapons and everything else. Like,
but none of the management that approved that got fired though.
Oh no top execs at all got fired. They were all like, man, all the ones that work on it are all gone. 40 studios. There was one Sony studio in London that got closed down, and they were the main ones to make the VR games. So you close the whole studio to make the VR games and trying to promote the PlayStation VR 2. It was like, yeah, Sony, that's fantastic work you're doing there. And also games got canceled as well too. And two of the biggest games that got canceled was the Mandalorian Star Wars game from EA.
Taquan, I was gonna say after that NCAA 25 drop, we'll hire 900 people back.
And I just seen today, Jason, you was talking about a Twisted Metal live service game. Well, they were in the works with one, and that got canceled. So congratulations, video game business companies. You are setting back the industry big time.
We're the voices. We dictate the market. So what if they could do it? Why can't he do it with wrestling?
Just go, look, I've settled on the fact that video games nowadays are extremely overpriced. Okay, we're never going to go back to we're never going to go back to the $45 Madden. I get it. Okay, it is what it is. But at least let me pay the. I'll meet you in the middle. I'll pay the $60 for the standard digital copy. You want to add in, some extra stuff, whatever. I'll go up to about 110. If I really love the game, I don't want to buy all the extra shit. 110, maybe 120. If I'm absolutely in love with it, and then that's it. After that, sorry, you're not getting any more money out of me.
You're not getting me every 4 months with a new DLC. Some of the shit got to be included for free.
No, I'm not. This is not AEW where you keep just relaunching season passes and I got to rebuy them. No, sorry, not happening.
But I think AEW did that too. That if you bought, they had a couple of different levels. That if you bought a level, you just get that content.
Okay.
But that's, even if you want to do that, cool.
Just like WWE, they've been putting out 3 different versions. So it's like if you buy the basic, you got to buy all the extra DLC shit. If you buy the top one, you get all of it whenever it comes out.
Look, as long as I get my copy March 5th, I can give a damn about the rest of the gaming world.
Because even Sony floated out there about having games come out in parts. So a game that's not completely developed yet, they'll come out with the first part for $50. The second part will come out later for $50, and any additional DLC will be another $50. So $150 for a game. Yeah.
Imagine Bandu can't having to wait for the road to WrestleMania. Like we're not in that season yet.
Donald, we bought WWE 2K24 and Donald's just sitting at the bus stop waiting for the Mania bus to come on by because he can't even get on the road.
But that's terrible for like a single player game. You get to a halfway point and be like to be continued, like in a movie or something like that. Man, I will punch the hell out of my TV so bad.
I went and watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and then the writer's strike happened. So now I gotta wait till 2028 for the next one to come out. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So the video game industry is just in a ball full of like fuck it. It is. But already talking about the new systems and then all these layoffs and everything. I don't know where it's going.
I hope EA Sports, when they laid off all the people, they did that South Park thing. We're gonna leave you with that old EA Sports phrase. Get the fuck out of my building.
Don's losing everything. He's losing his gaming. He don't want to run. He don't want to watch wrestling no more.
I'm losing everything. Hate wrestling.
They keep remaking horror franchises. Still
got anime.
You gotta buy every subscription to watch your horror movies.
It's just Friday the 13th, 37. Like,
that's what I'm start reading, man. Start reading books.
Jason's just wheeling around the nursing home, slashing people and walkers because they can't come up with nothing original.
That is true, Chris. The only thing that is not touched with is anime. Everything else looked like it's about to be an abomination.
Donald's going to start broadcasting from the library every Saturday morning with his ascot.
Let's head on over to our Mount Rushmores.
So,
Anybody
Jason
start
and
off?
Donald, your guys is outside of AEW, right?
Mine is at AEW.
Mine's is WWE.
Okay, so
Yeah.
me and Chris will save ours when we get into the card itself.
Okay. I'll start with the real Meat Madness match. HBK for putting Jada Parker and Gigi Dolan in the match.
Yo, hey,
Can we get like a little censor like warning
Only
before Jason starts talking
only
about this match?
wait, the only match that topped that. Did you see the clips of I believe it was the CMLL match?
No, but I've seen some of the matches. I've seen some people in them.
I mean, Dynamite tried to match cake for cake on Wednesday night, and yeah, but man, yeah.
But I gotta go with NXT as a whole because it gave you a little bit of everything, and I'm actually truly invested because everybody has a storyline. And the main thing that like got me was, I hate to say it, Sean Spears. Didn't know they do I want Sean Spears back? But the fact that I didn't know it wasn't in the sheets.
The surprise of surprises of 2024. They got you.
Yeah.
It's like they got you. The way it was.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say when I watched it live, I still didn't know who it was. I'm like, who is this? Right? And then the way that the production on it was done beautifully. The single spotlight on him from the back. I saw the outline of the head scarf, and I'm like, oh, Spears.
I still didn't know.
Nice. Okay. But then
everybody kept saying Bo Dallas, and I was like, I don't want to see Bo Dallas.
I identified him. Now, come on, I knew who it was. We all look alike. I knew who it was.
We're out of February now, Ty.
That was Chris that said we're out of February. Me, I celebrated all year long. But whenever I went back and rewatched it, when you hear the voice of him saying what was on the screen, the words, you could hear his voice. And I didn't pick up on it initially whenever I watched it live. But yeah, kudos to them. Look, he had a fantastic run in NXT. It made him fucking over his Rover. Yeah. Like he was over his Rover with the 10 gimmick. I'm glad he came back as Sean Spears and not Ty Dillinger. Yeah. Because he's past that. Right?
Yeah.
So let him come in.
I mean, you still got the 10 chance.
Oh, you're going to get him. You're going to get him, and he'll play into it. I like the version of the character that he came in as. I'm interested to see where he goes. And
I don't want to see this man invest every week.
I don't want to see him with Ridge Holland.
No.
Yeah, just seeing anybody with Ridge Holland scares me.
I have no faith with Ridge. And why are you interrupting your women's champion with Ridge Holland to do that? That made the women's title seem like it's so insignificant, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That was my only problem with it. Don't interrupt your women's champ to get that segment off. But love the surprise.
And if I get these two back, more specifically, this one.
Watch the hands, man.
This one. If I get this one back, I'm good. Billy Kay.
She ever
That's all I need.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
she did. Okay.
I think the other one's pregnant, right?
Yeah. Peyton is pregnant again.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's pregnant again?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was pregnant again. Congratulations to her. Look, Sean Spears comes back, got another baby on the way. This man's living a life.
Yes, he is.
Like if he's back, will they bring her back at some point? Or both of them?
Not her. Them. Bring them back.
We can talk later about what them you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, it gave you a little bit of everything. It gave you a title change. It gave you a contract signing. I think Soul Worker's debuting coming back next week.
You think that's the beach See you soon.
The beach.
Soul Road.
Watch it be Apollo Crews.
From the beaches in Nigeria. He's gonna come back and immediately feud with Oba. Is that what we're doing? The true Nigerian drum fight match.
All right, Dawn, what you got?
Tough one to pick, but I have to go with the woman who is on the main roster who's doing everything for me, and that's Tiffany Stratton. She's the only one that looks good on the roster, both shows right now, in ring, on mic, everything for me.
She was the star of the chamber. Talked about it last week. Tiffy time is definitely here.
I mean, she's here. I mean, even Corey was trying to not to put her over as a face, but it was like the fans love her, but she still hated in the locker room. So still trying to keep her, like that.
Did you see last night? It was Naomi re-debuted, and 2 weeks later she doesn't have a TV entrance no more.
Oh, she didn't have an entrance?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No entrance. No, already in the ring, and Stratton was already out, halfway at the ramp. Nothing.
Because I looked up and I was like, she's in the ring, but I was like, okay, I must have missed something when I was.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you got a 40-minute rock segment. You got to cut entrance. Yeah, I'm like,
and cut the family's entrance too.
Okay, they're people don't pay attention on the show and realize how wrestling works. You got to cut stuff to get everything in when one segment goes way over time. But yeah, I found that hilarious. They're like, she should have stayed in TNA. Look, she doesn't even have an entrance anymore. Naomi stands her.
When you're part of the bloodline, but you're not part of the bloodline.
To me, I was thinking, hey, that's punishment for leaving us. So you get no entrance. But
I was thinking, like, you brought it back for this.
Whoever Stratton fights, man, they could drop it to her. But yeah,
I wasn't expecting it to transition over. I was expecting maybe Perth, but I wasn't expecting it to transition back to the States like it is now.
But a slow burn with her. I don't want her just throw her right at the top.
No, she's winning Money in the Bank this year.
Nice.
Spoiler alert: she's winning Money in the Bank.
But a nice
book market.
Nice women's WrestleMania Battle Royal too.
I saw somebody. They should name it the China Battle Royal, like how they had the Andre the Giant, and it should be for a shot at the Intercontinental title.
Against Gunther.
What Gunther? You should be Dom Mysterio. Mysterio.
Yeah. Tiffany is your Money in the Bank winner. Book market. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yes, doing everything. I don't even want to see her go back down to NXT and get her title back that she should have never lost.
It could happen.
Before we transition into the predictions, my other jabroni was, I thought somebody was gonna bring it up, but what were your thoughts on the main event segment of Raw?
What was that? Cody with Cody and Heyman just talking for no reason? Complete waste of time.
That was going to be my other jabroni. I thought somebody might have brought it up, but I
don't even remember it. So there's my response right there.
It was absolutely nothing.
That was the most pointless thing I've seen.
Wait, didn't Cody say he was going to be on SmackDown, and then wasn't on SmackDown?
I thought he just said he was hunting the bloodline. I don't know. He should have been on SmackDown.
He was in the dark match.
The Rock took 40 minutes. You got to cut.
He had 40 minutes. You could have threw Cody in there.
Yeah, he was in. Him and Drew had a dark match afterwards. After SmackDown last night. So
why 2 Raw guys in just for a dark match?
Yeah.
The Rock is there, so you got to bring
the road to WrestleMania, Chris. They can go between shows.
Let's head on to those predictions.
All right, Taquan,
Taquan, good question.
Who eats in the tag match?
Yeah, between Rock and Roman and Cody and Seth.
Seth.
Everybody has to win because everybody got to fight the next night. Everybody got to look strong coming out.
The Rock's the only one that doesn't fight the next night.
Yep. So guess what? Sorry, Dwayne.
You think The Rock's taking this?
Sorry, Dwayne. Hey, you got to do.
So we're getting a clean match?
Hey, you got to do what you got to do for business.
So we're getting a clean match, but we're still getting interference.
There's always going to be interference, no matter what.
Yeah, Tama Tonga is going to come in as the new Bloodline member. I mean, storyline wise, it would make sense for The Rock to take the pin if you're going to build to Rock versus Roman. Roman, you ran your mouth and did all that talking, adding stipulations on. This is the Monday night after Raw, or the Monday night after WrestleMania. Roman loses to Cody. Daquan, she's from Puerto Rico. She loves Puerto Rico. The promo Monday night after WrestleMania, Roman's in the ring, no title, and The Rock, you ran your mouth and talked all that trash, and you ate the pin. You named the stipulation. You caused the Bloodline not to be there. And then Rock comes out, whoa. You're the tribal chief. You were the head of the table. You couldn't beat that man one-on-one? The Rock would have beat him one-on-one. And you're off and running. There you go.
Cody pins Rock night one because it was part of the discussion.
So we don't have a Rock Roman match at WrestleMania because nobody wanted it. But as soon as Roman,
no, everybody wanted it. If you listen to The Rock's soliloquy yesterday, everybody wanted it. But the Cody crybabies.
I don't know what
Cody and his girlfriend.
Cody and as The Rock said, your dumbass dog changed his mind.
Have you seen the video game video of this?
Huh?
Did you see the video game of all this? Someone turned
it into a video game.
Parts of it.
Someone took, the WrestleMania press conference, and it was The Rock doing his thing, and then you saw Brandy in the audience going, "Who told you it was open mic night, bitch?" Then she steps up, he rock bottoms her. Cody sticks the dog on The Rock. I was just like, someone has way too much time on their hands.
Yeah, call me a crybaby. The best was Dave LaGreca gave a response to The Rock calling him out. And absolutely ethered The Rock. He told him, I do busted open 5-7 days a week. We're live. Hey, you name the time you come on the show, I'll gladly talk to you. I'll gladly discuss it with you, Dwayne.
Man, we got people thinking it's real, boy. If I'm The Rock, I'm like, who are you?
That's what The Rock said in the promo. He said, you got this guy. I don't know who he is. And then it flashes to the clip of LaGreca the night after Cody gave up his spot in a pink bathrobe.
Oh, yeah, he's going off.
With the Cody shirt, talking about how much he hates Dwayne for using his power to step in and take the title match. And it goes back to The Rock like, see this Cody crybaby? He's an idiot. He's a jerk off. He don't know shit. Great. It's great. Yeah.
Was that in his Instagram?
All the work.
Yeah.
Was that okay? Again, it wasn't on TV, so it doesn't matter.
No, you got to factor in social media now, Donald. You got to. The Rock closed the loop. He gave the conversation away.
He did.
Him and Cody discussed.
Was that where the fucking storyline came from?
No, that was the very end.
It was the same thing?
That's how he ended it.
I saw that.
Cody, man to man.
Oh, so that's the DLC package I got to buy.
The fucking storyline package.
Instead of finish the story, you got fuck your story. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's get into this pay-per-view. Let's break this down. Me and Chris will go into our or Mount
We'll get
Rushmore?
our Mount Rushmore during here. We got 10 matches. One right now, 10 matches. I'm sure tonight on Collision they'll add some more. So
I
because
do
right
read
now we only
manga.
got a 1-0 hour match.
Taquan, I do read the manga, so I know what happens before the anime comes out.
We'll kick things off on 0 hour. Julia Hart and Sky Blue versus Statlander and Willow.
My girls,
Yo.
Heart and Blue.
For the story being told, this could have been on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, put it
Sure,
on pay-per-view.
it should be.
They've told a good story between these four.
Yeah.
It should be.
Like, I'm mad they're on 0 hour, but if they're the only match on 0 hour and you're going to give them time, then cool. But this is where the AEW fan base comes in and goes, TK, you don't know what you're doing with booking women's wrestling. Because this could be on a pay-per-view as a women's match.
Yeah.
And you could take off, put the 8-man scramble on at 0 hour.
That ain't happening.
No, Jericho's not working at 0 hour. Are you crazy?
Lionheart, Chris Jericho.
No, I like the story with all four of these women. All four of these women are tremendous. Julia Hart stepped her game up. Sky Blue stepped her game up. Statlander could always go. Now she has character work behind her. Willow is arguably one of like the four most likable characters in all of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So like, I'll watch these four hands down. I'm gonna go with Hart and Blue as well. Heels get a win here.
I'm gonna do the same.
I'm gonna go with the heels.
Around the horn. Faces are winning.
What is the greatest AEW match in the short time?
Moxley versus Omega. Barbed wire match. Lights out.
Of course you said that.
Hands down.
Cody and Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin Cody for me.
That was cool. Yeah, that was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
that was a good story match.
Dustin Cody.
Jason just wants to watch the world burn.
Taquan might want it to burn more.
All right, let's get into the main card here. We'll kick things off with a scramble match. Get this over with.
Huh?
Does anybody not have Wardlow winning this?
I put Dante Martin in the match?
You know why?
He's taking the first pin.
Hey, there you go.
How does this work? Is it the first pin wins or is
We have
it?
no idea
Yeah,
how.
I'm not sure what the rules
I
are.
don't know.
We have no idea if
don't
it's
know.
first pinfall, if it's a gauntlet, if
Dante's eating all the pinfalls.
Who gets all the pins?
Everyone.
It's like
Everyone.
It's like the old WWE scramble, like most pins after a certain time wins. Like nobody knows.
Can you bet on that on DraftKings whenever they do these AEW things?
I mean,
Dante Martin takes every pin.
they're gonna do the outside in scramble match like TNA had the outside in Royal Rumble, where everybody starts on the outside of the ring and then fights to get into the ring. I don't know. This is some bullshit right here. I'm so mad at this match. If I said it, if this is how Wardlow gets his title shot, I swear to God, I might hand in my AEW card. I might hand it in.
Going Jericho.
It's probably going to be Lance Archer because after Swerve wins the belt on Sunday night, he's going to need a monster to defeat. And Lance Archer is the guy that the new champ faces. Spoiler alert. That's how Tony Khan books.
I'm going Wardlow.
I'll go Hobbs.
You go different. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I can't have Wardlow winning like that.
We spent too much time on this match. Go on.
First match.
We'll get the international championship, Cassidy versus Strong.
Roddy's taking the belt.
Strong.
Cassidy.
I hate this story.
Yeah.
They announced the match 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It lost all its build and luster coming up to this. The match is going to be good because both of these guys, Orange Cassidy delivers on pay-per-views, hands down.
And Roddy's a great wrestler.
Roddy's a great wrestler, so this match is going to cook.
Yeah,
but I got Roddy win.
I'm going to go with you, Jason. I'm going to keep it on Cassidy.
They need something with that faction.
Okada's coming in. That's going to be his debut spot to save Orange Cassidy.
This faction might be dead in the water.
Exactly.
What, the Undisputed
Yeah.
Kingdom?
Yeah, it might be dead in the water.
All right, we got the Continental Crown, Kingston versus Bryan. You all know who I'm picking on this one. I don't even need to talk.
Hold on. Serious question. If Danielson wins this match, does he only have to carry one belt now?
I hope so. I don't know why 3 belts are still in the process.
And Eddie's still the ROH and the New Japan Strong Champion, or are all 3 belts on the line? Because you can't.
I think all 3 belts are on the line.
You can't just carry around one belt and call yourself the Continental Crown Champion. You know, you're just the Continental Steak Champion at that point. You only have one. Like, what are we doing?
No, I think all 3 belts are on the line.
I got
Kingston. Am I surprised on that?
He's going to overcome.
I'm going.
Daniels.
I'm going with the bum of buns.
The bum of bums is going to win.
Yeah, I'm going with the bum of all bums because I don't know what Bryan's doing. He must be just putting everybody over, or it's going to go and draw. I don't know.
Didn't he already put him over though in the tournament?
Yeah.
Didn't he already put him over in the tournament though?
I don't know. This is what they're on this push Eddie Kingston run, and I think it's going to continue.
Man, Danielson's more in the back now than anything. He don't need a title.
Kingston, finding people for dress code and what they're posting on social media.
He's on. He got that Cody contract. Can't touch a title.
Mm-hmm. He'll be at WrestleMania this year too.
Look, Taquan, don't try and steal Stokely's line.
Newport's a Burger King, man.
Yeah. I like that tag. He smells like the corner store.
A bodega.
All right, the TNT Championship. Christian versus Daniel Garcia.
I got
Garcia. Be a great match.
I got Garcia.
I'm going with Papa Cage.
I got Garcia with Edge coming, or Adam Copeland coming back and costing Christian the belt.
Garcia. It's time for the young talent to do something.
As much as I would like Daniel Garcia to win, I still gotta go to Christian.
Is he still dancing?
Garcia?
Oh, yeah.
Not as
Cage.
much. Oh.
Cage.
Christian.
So I swear England.
Christian is still just a tremendous character.
Yeah.
Like the address he had, the address he gave
that was hilarious.
Garcia was the cemetery.
Yeah, that was.
People were like, I just Googled this address and it popped up, and it's a Google map shot of the cemetery. It's like,
Fits the character.
Yeah.
We already said, listen, Christian's coming to Steel City Con. The 4 of us are going to go. 3 of us no longer have our dads, and we're just going to have Christian cut a promo on the 3 of us. And that's going to be the opening of the show. We're going to literally open the show with that. We're all going to pay $50 for him to roast us. And that's going to be our opening show.
That's the Father's Day episode in June. All right, we got FTR versus Moxley and Claudio.
I would be very excited for this match if I haven't already seen it 19 times. What are they going to do different?
It's like 3 weeks, 4 weeks has it been going on?
What are they going to do different? They've wrestled how many times already? Well, how can this match go any differently?
WWE formula.
FTR. Moxley's taking a pin for once in his
life.
FTR.
I'm going to go Claudio.
You got Claudio winning it or Claudio taking it?
Claudio winning it all.
Claudio's team winning it.
I like the way you think.
Claudio and that other guy.
I like how Steve says that. That the other guy's going to take the pin, but we know that ain't happening. You know, they're going to win, but I want FTR. All right, get into Ospreay and
Takeshita. Match of the night.
Damn, I want to see this match.
Yes, I'm with you,
Match of the
Steve.
night.
Match of the night. Match of the night.
Ospreay.
We'll love their face to face on Wednesday.
Yeah, he's not going to be with the Don Callis family long. This is going to be his exodus. Hopefully, he punches Callis in the face after the match and get a huge pop from the crowd and be immediately a top babyface in the company.
But at least they're doing something storyline with it, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, when Callis said, I'm giving you match of the decade, and then he said Ospreay Takeshita, I was like, oh, this guy's cooking. I don't even like Callis, and this is great matchmaking. Let him make the card. Forget TK's book.
You're right.
Callis book. Ospreay. He's going to be juiced. Takeshita is an absolute stud, but he needs something different, man. This Don Callis pairing hasn't worked out for him the way that I hoped it would.
Ospreay been putting a lot of people over lately on his way out. Let him start on his way
He
in.
ain't
The
losing
first match
debut
in.
match
Give
in
your first match in.
AEW.
That's cool.
Nah, Ospreay. Even though I like Takeshita, I really do.
This is him pulling out of the driveway to get on the road to Wembley.
Mm.
This right here. Because that's who's going to win the belt at Wembley is Ospreay. Spoiler alert. I'm giving all types of spoiler alerts.
Oh, he's called that already.
Tiffany Stratton, spoiler alert. Will Ospreay win the belt at Wembley? Spoiler alert. Match of the night, spoiler alert.
Bum, bum, spoiler alert.
Bum, spoiler alert.
All right. AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Tony Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo.
Hey, the bum, my dad smoked Newport, so that's why I feel like I love okay?
It's a memory thing for you, huh?
Yeah. Damn it, Taquan.
Look, hey, Taquan, I don't know what you said, but now Luigi Primo workout regimens come up on my timeline. Man, it's the pizza cutters at wood.
What's he doing? Curling sauce cans? What is he doing?
He's out in the woods throwing a pizza cutter at a stump. Rolling pizzas out in the wood. I'm like, what the?
He's chopping blocks of mozzarella cheese.
The work is
all right. What was the match, Chris?
Women's World Championship.
I'm gonna go timeless. Just because I think the bigger story is her and Mariah May.
I'm going timeless also.
This is a sneaky match of the night candidate, FYI.
It could be. These two have history.
I'm going timeless unless you want to make
supply chain issues, Taquan.
I got a start already.
Dropping the ball over there, man.
No, I had to put about $2,500 worth of work on my car, so the credit card's a little high right now, Taquan. I got you. Don't worry.
Steve said the way my checking my savings works.
Yeah, the way my savings works, I got you. It is. I'll order it this weekend. It's on sale. I'll save 20% and send it to you. I don't want to pay full price.
Oh, and I'm the cheap bastard.
No, Taquan, for real. All honesty. That's my bad. I will get it to you. Don't worry. I promise. I will.
It went to Perth for a second, you know. It need to make its way back.
Yeah, the shipping label got screwed up from Pro Wrestling Tees. They sent it to Switzerland. They screwed up. They put an all-white zip code on there. I couldn't get
that Luigi Primo reference is just to remind you, like, hey, my man.
No, I don't need Tremendous. That may get you 2 shirts, Taquan.
Did we all go? Everybody not pick the title.
If you want Purrazzo to be a transition champ, put it on her. But I'm going timeless, Tony.
So I'm voting Jason.
The moment just doesn't feel right for Deonna yet.
No, too early.
They've been doing great with it,
right?
Yeah.
Up until Wednesday when they didn't include it on their go home show.
All right, AEW World Championship. Joe, Strickland, Page.
Joe.
I think Joe's retaining, and then we get Swerve, Joe, possibly a Double or Nothing.
That's what I'm going to. Joe's retaining, Hangman taking the pin.
Yeah.
He's not part of the bloodline. I'll go. I think the pop would be great for Swerve. I think Hangman cost Swerve. Joe pin Swerve. Joe keeps the belt. Swerve got to win in his title in a one-on-one match.
Yes.
You can Hangman Swerve again.
No.
Story's not over.
No.
Hey, listen. Tony Khan said that AEW is planning on doing 9 pay-per-views this year.
And Hangman Swerve's going to be on 8 of them.
That's a new Moxley Omega.
You never got heel versus face. You never got heel Swerve versus
Hangman.
They
changes all the time.
Steve, I saw that.
You never seen this match.
I'm glad he's factoring in the Ring of Honor stuff to be the 12 for the year instead of all 12 AEW.
Yeah. I got Joe.
All right, so we'll get into what I'm thinking is going to be the main event.
It is going to be the main event.
They did say that.
Yep, it will be the main event. This was my Mount Rushmore for the week. Was the Sting drop in?
Same.
Just all the feel,
back to 97.
all the nostalgia.
Yeah.
They did a great job storyline wise, thread wise, running through the whole show, having the Young Bucks looking around for Sting. The mind games with finally finding his locker room and the bats hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Then coming out, Darby wearing the Sting mask to attack, and then Sting dropping down from the rafters like chef's kiss. Everything was done right. It was great to see that and feel that again for Sting on the way out.
I saw someone post online. I think this would have been cool, but I don't have any complaints about what they did on Wednesday. Was if Sting would have came down, picked up Darby, and then went back into the rafters with Darby, like he did with DDP in WCW.
Something ain't this man ain't Batman.
There's precedent set. He did that already, Jason.
Yeah.
Booker T moment. Goddamn.
I am curious. Sting, I believe Sting wants to lose and go out like many wrestlers up at the lights. Tony Khan may want him to go out by winning and not, being undefeated through his AEW career. And then we'll get a tag team title tournament. So you'll know which way. You'll know who won the discussion by the finish of this match.
I said that a few weeks ago. TK loves his tournaments.
Yeah. I think the Young Bucks winning will be mega heat that they can carry over with this evil EVP gimmick that I don't like, but that they're doing. Sting being retired, undefeated in AEW, going out as a champion, kind of the a la Jerome Bettis, John Elway send-off that nobody ever gets in sports. I'll go Young Bucks just as a way for them to get even more heat.
Give me Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
I'm still back on fourth on. I want to see the Young Bucks win. I mean, just traditional.
Actually, no. Give me Sting and Darby Allin, and we have a tag team tournament, and Ricky Starks and Big Bill get their titles back that they never should have lost in the first place. You just threw this to the storyline for Sting's last match.
That I don't see happening, but
Sting and Darby, there it is. Spoiler alert. I'm giving out spoilers all show long. That's a spoiler alert.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah, Sting and Darby.
I want Young Bucks to win this. It's just traditional. Sting lose on his way out, but I could definitely see a tag team title tournament coming. It would fit the Young Bucks gimmick right now to be the champions. Yeah, like you said, Steve, we'll see which way the conversation went. Sting didn't even want the titles to begin with. So.
He didn't. So, yeah. He lost that one. Maybe he'll win this one. Like, look, man, you put these belts on me. I didn't even want them.
No.
I don't care about being undefeated. We'll wrap it up.
They got the Young Bucks too.
I changed it. I initially
No, the dogs. They're talking in the background.
Oh, y'all can hear them. I'm wanting to get them to shut the door the whole time, but hey, we're almost done.
All right, that's it for AEW.
Ospreay and Takeshi match of the night for everybody.
For me,
Yeah.
Right now, yeah. All right, Jason, we playing our game?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Jason, you got graphics now.
Last
time he ain't got graphics.
I told him I was updating the graphics for him.
He told me
the spray paint.
Since it felt like it's gonna be a long show, we went to simple this or that. So
Random.
let's run through it. Just random. I just picked up random topics.
Winged Eagle.
Big gold or winged eagle?
Big gold.
Winged eagle.
Winged eagle.
Traditional.
Tradition.
Traditional.
Traditional.
Six-sided.
Standard.
6.
Too many injuries.
I'll go to 6.
Too many injuries.
It was something.
6-sided ring. That was a
Yeah, I
was different. It was different.
That ring, but
It was
that
something
was like,
different.
fun to watch. Yeah. It's a briefcase.
Briefcase.
X Division. It was the first.
I knew Steve was gonna say that there.
The first.
I don't want to see people just carrying around an X.
Briefcase.
He said Steve's going.
Kendo stick.
Kendo.
Kendo.
Sledgehammer.
Well, we know that WWE
Yeah,
came.
you're right.
You gotta go back to ECW
It
Saturdays.
was
That's what we gotta
ECW
start
hater
doing.
back then.
Blue.
Blue. 100% hands down. Kidding me? Hogan versus Bundy in the blue cage on Saturday night main event all day long.
Shotgun.
If Shotgun would have stayed the way it was, probably would say that, but Sunday Night Heat.
Yeah, I believe this is the last one coming up.
Shotgun.
Nitro.
SmackDown.
What was it?
Oh, God. Oh.
Anything else you guys have before we wrap the show up?
I just want to give a shout out to Bill Hillgrove, who's a legendary Pittsburgh Steelers and Pitt Panthers radio broadcaster, play-by-play, announced his retirement after 30 years for calling Steelers games. Only voice of the Steelers that I know from radio is Bill Hillgrove, and it got me thinking, like, we're at that point where those types of people are starting to step away and retire. That we grew up from childhood in that. You know, JR has been dealing with his health concerns with everything going on, and who knows how many more matches he'll call. He'll be there to call Sting's last match tomorrow night.
Rumor it might be just him and Tony.
Yeah, which I'm not mad at.
No.
If they're gonna roll with just them two.
Yeah,
I know it's a wrestling show, Taekwondo. I'm getting there, but I'm giving a shout out to Pittsburgh Love. Okay.
Is Hillgrove like retiring everything?
So I know the Steelers for sure. There hasn't been an announcement from Pitt yet, so not sure.
Well, at least he's giving one up, so good.
Hey, the man is like 84 and still sounds like he did in 94 when he started. Like
he's 84.
His attack 82 or 80. Yeah,
I need a new voice. He had 3 sports. I needed a new voice with something.
You're getting
the problem is the new voices just aren't like they don't have that iconicness to them yet. Like,
so that's where that's where I was going. You don't have, I guess, because of where we're at age wise, like our voices are all hanging them up. The new ones don't do anything for me. So once JR is done and Shivani's done, I guess you can count Michael Cole as the next guy up. But like, do you see anybody out there now currently in the land of pro wrestling that can have that 25, 30-year run where once they hang them up, a younger generation goes, man, if you didn't listen to this person, you missed out.
I like Corey.
I think Corey will have longevity, but I'm not sure if it'll be like the recognizable like JR Gorilla.
Because I just don't think like the partnership is there yet.
Yeah,
it's like he needs somebody that can play off. I like Excalibur too. I mean, I really like Excalibur and Taz together. Like I think they're a good combo. Like if they like after JR and Tony are completely gone, if it was just those two doing the stuff, I'd really like that. Not that Taz has tons and tons of years left, but
see, I love Nigel.
Nigel's good too.
And but like play-by-play wise, because Nigel's color and that, but just your
like Excalibur in the play-by-play.
Like you had you had your Gordon Solis, which was before us. I came into wrestling at the tail end of Gorillas.
Yeah,
and then you had JR, and then on the Nitro side you had Shivani, you had Joey Styles in ECW.
Yeah,
but that's been it. There hasn't been,
like you said, Cole's been
like Cole. You can say that about him, but
he's had the longevity, where I think he'll get his flowers because of the longevity he's had for it. And this isn't me just, I do a lot of hate on Michael Cole, but I'm not trying to put the hate on him. I just don't think he's that iconic voice like the others are.
He didn't have too many memorable moments. Yeah.
And I'm sure there's certain different sports and different eras and different communication styles have come and gone. So like the Vince Scully's and the Jack Bucks and all of them from baseball, like the Lanny Frateri's here, from the Pirate Mike Lang with the Penguins, like you're not listening to games on the radio all like that anymore. Right? So like those types of voices that you immediately associate with memories and everything else, like I still hear Mike Lang's call of like the first Penguins winning their Stanley Cup in 90 or 91. Like there's so many things that those voices immediately tie into when you hear them from a memory standpoint, where you were, what you were watching, how you were doing it. I'm curious to know if anybody's going to have that from a younger generation standpoint. Why you're not
deep on that one.
Get a sticker?
Yeah, probably not.
We still got some old logo stickers if you want to send them those.
Yeah, I'll send you a bumper sticker. You can slap it on the back of your Huffy.
Yeah, Chris, probably Excalibur and Taz. Probably the closest for me.
I'm gonna call the cops and send them to your house, Daquan.
Happy March 1st, 2nd.
Flex that privilege. You will flex that privilege. Yeah, it just I was just hearing his retiring, hanging him up. It got me thinking like, all right, in pro wrestling, who's gonna be that person 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when they step down, that a younger generation is going to go, yo, if you didn't hear this guy, like AEW has had some moments in their last 5 years, but how many of those are like exactly tied into Excalibur making a call, like JR when Mick went off the cage?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and maybe it's there for the younger generation listening to Excalibur, but
when I think of Excalibur, I think of the lineup. Running through the lineup.
Yeah.
of matches coming up. Yeah,
That's what he's known for, speed reading.
Right?
Speed reading on the jacket.
Yeah.
His AEW Hall of Fame induction ceremony is just gonna be him reading at
And read the card.
I want to thank this one.
3 times.
Excalibur, you got 60 seconds for your acceptance speech.
More than enough time.
But no, I think that's all I had. Let me double check.
Well, thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Dumb Marks Podcast. If you want inspiration, call Steve.
Oh,
No, but,
hold on.
That was good.
Let me wrap it up. I just want to give a congratulations out there and shout out to Sheeta, AEW women's wrestler, who got married recently. You know who she got married to?
That's a power couple.
sign a prenup.
Shohei Ohtani, the greatest baseball player.
Never even knew they were
No.
Yeah.
a thing.
Good for them for keeping that.
Yep. Got married, so kudos to her for getting it back. And then Charlotte Flair, I don't know what type of knee reconstructive surgery she had done, but the chick is 8 weeks out. She's already on the squat rack squatting. You see the
I just seen her on the bike.
Yo,
I just seen her biking.
squatting right now, 8 weeks out from major knee reconstructive surgery. Like
They got
she's gonna be at Mania.
they got that good drugs over there, man. Come on now. We know what she's on.
I bet she got that. I bet she got that Dark Knight Rising little knee brace, kicking through walls and stuff like that.
no brace on the knee. She's squatting flat out, no brace.
My knee hurts thinking about that.
Looks like she got 20, 25 or 30 pound plates.
Mhm.
Like that's crazy. The fact that she's 8 weeks out and she's out there
Go
on
ahead.
the squat rack already.
You
Like,
can put another plate on there. You can put another plate on there and squat for me because I ain't squatting shit.
And then lastly, WWE and MLW.
Didn't you say lastly on the last one?
No, I went to the next. I kept scrolling. MLW WWE reached a $20 million settlement in the antitrust case we talked about last year.
A while ago, yeah.
So
They got to pay off.
that was
all
really
they got, huh?
20 mil, hey.
yo, they got
Good
20
for him.
million.
That'll keep MLW going, but
Hey, that's 20 mil you didn't have before, so
Yeah, that was it. That was the last one.
All right. With that being said, nothing you wear is more important than your smile. I repeat, nothing you wear is more important than your smile.
Even his quotes are basic. This guy's unbelievable.
I'm not the inspiration here. I'm the last person you want for inspiration. I'm trying to keep it positive here. Being said,
Just cut in at the end of the show.
is this SmackDown?
Just end it after this.
With that being said, I'm Mark.